Boom.
Hey guys. Okay, so we are making a quick video for you guys for the next step for the 20 and 30. So the next thing we want you guys to do is you guys are gonna make a video. I know it's a little bit intimidating, but don't worry, it's not for anyone else other than the people in this group. So what you're gonna do is I really want you to think about why you're doing this. Not just the 20 and 30, but why you're doing Plexus in general. Obviously, if you guys are doing the 20 and 30, then you guys are you're what we call business builders. You guys are wanting to grow your business and you're wanting to make this a job, right? Make it a career, potentially change your future, your financial future for your entire family. So that being said, I want you to really, really think and dissect why it is you're doing this. And I have a couple questions that I want you guys to think about, because when you think about your why you're doing it, it really starts with want. You know, like, what do you want? Some people I want to be skinny, so that's why I'm starting this, or I want more money, or I want to pay my bills, or whatever it is, but that has to be bigger. Your why, people say your why should make you cry. The reason why they say that is because your why has to be so impactful that when it gets tough and you've been rejected by 50 people and you are losing sight of what it is that is making you want to do this, your why comes to mind and it reinstills belief and drive in you. If it's not strong enough, if it's to get skinny, that is not going to be stronger than the pizza sitting next to you. But if your why is something deeper, then it will motivate you through those tough times. So the questions I want you to ask yourself are, what would it look like if you received this, whatever it is, health, financial freedom? What would that look like? What would it look like just in general? Imagine a picture, paint a picture of what it would look like. Number two, what would that mean to you? What would that image in your head truly mean to you and how would it feel? And number three, how would that impact others? How would it impact your family? How would it impact generation after generation after generation of your family? So I want you to take those questions, take them to heart. Rachel and I both are going to make our individual why videos as well, and we're going to answer those same questions. Hey, stranger. We have people buying us. We're at a wine bar, by the way. This is how we work. Freedom. Anyway, so we're going to make videos too, so you guys will see that, but I want you to record a quick video. It needs to be under 3 minutes, unfortunately, for you to be able to send it into the chat thread, but that's okay. Try to make it under 3 minutes, just a quick version of your why after really thinking about it and digging deep into what it is and why you're doing this, and send it to us here on the chat thread, because we want to be able to pull that out and remind you of it whenever you're a little bit discouraged or if you have moments of feeling down during this whole process. Then, next thing.
Okay, so the next thing is going to be a shareholders.
Send that to us by
the weekend.
Yeah, sometime over the weekend. We need it.
So the next thing is going to be a shareholders meeting. So I was not really familiar with this, but it's something that's super important. If you're doing this 20 and 30, you're probably very driven by the business. You know, I'm going to do this no matter what, but you have to include your shareholders. So what a shareholder is, it could be your spouse, it could be your kids, it could be your roommate, whoever lives with you, but you are going to be making a sacrifice the next 30 days. You've already heard the expectations. You know there's going to be a lot of time put into this, but you have to share that with people. This is where I made the mistake in the beginning, and my husband's right here. He would tell you the same thing, is I never explained to him what I wanted to get out of Plexus. I never explained to him the sacrifice I wanted to make. I never explained that I wanted to make a career out of it. So when I was 24/7 on my phone, it became an issue of, why aren't you going to watch a movie with me? Why aren't we going to dinner like we used to? And I would just say, just leave me alone, I'm working Plexus. You never want to get to that point where that happens. You want to address it in the beginning and tell people, these are my expectations. Are you on board or are you not on board? So what we want you to do, because I promise you, once you have that conversation, it's like the angels start singing. It's amazing because they understand where you're at. You understand where you're at. They understand whenever you're on your phone during dinner, or when you're on your phone at night, or when you're on your phone in the morning, whatever. They understand what you're doing. If you don't tell them the potential that could happen with your family because of this, they aren't going to know, and they're going to get irritated with you. So I want you to have that shareholder discussion and let them know what you're doing, what the expectations are going to be, and what this could mean for your future. So what I want you to do when you talk about that is the sacrifices that you're going to have to make. I'm not even going to tell you what the sacrifice that you're going to have to make is. That's something that you're going to have to decide. But think about a time that you could sacrifice to work your Plexus business. Think about something that's going to work for you. Every situation is unique. There's people that work overnight. There's people that work, all day long. There's people that do 6-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts. Yeah, you're people that homeschool. There's people that you volunteer a lot, so no one's schedule is going to be the same. You're going to have to figure out with you and your shareholder what time you're going to be able to sacrifice, and you're going to have to stick with that. So the second part of this, after you make your video, your why video, is to figure out what the sacrifice is going to be. Talk to your shareholder, and then let us know what that is. So if you decide, I'm not even going to give y'all any ideas, but whenever you decide that is, you need to tell us what that is. And then also you need to make a schedule. I don't want to say schedule like 12 to 1 I'm going to do this, 1 to 2 I'm going to do this. But in general, what time during the day are you going to sacrifice for it? So that's the second part of it.
We're making a video.
So have those by this
That's our
weekend so that
waiter.
we can kind of keep accountability for you. So those are the two things we want to do, and then shoot us those, and then we will send you the next part of this.
Perfect. What did we already
I
say?
think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's
Okay,
it.
bye y'all.
So those 3 things, 2 things, whatever that was. All right, bye guys.